Greetings. Hey, how you doing, figure freaks? Welcome back to the channel. So happy that you're here to join me for another action figure review. Today we're doing Hasbro's Transformers from the 1986 animated movie Studio Series Autobot Perceptor. Coming around the back of the box, we got glamour shots of Perceptor in his robot mode, as well as his alt mode, which is a microscope. And then he also comes as some accessories. Comes with two of the cassette characters, one Decepticon, one Autobot. We got Ratbat over here on the left, and we got Ramhorn over on the right. Looks like we got 7 steps of articulation with Ramhorn and only 4 with Ratbat. 17 with Perceptor. Now, if you recall correctly, if you were alive back in the 80s like I was and you saw this movie in the theater or perhaps on television, they did show it on TV. That's where I first saw it, but they had the battle where Perceptor and Blaster are confronted by Soundwave, who ejects his tapes, and I believe it was Rumble, Frenzy, Ravage, and Ratbat. And they attack, and they say something to the effect of, "First we crack the shell, and then we crack the nuts inside." And they try their best, but Blaster, who we saw in previous episodes of Season 2, but we didn't see his cassettes, ejects his own cassettes. In Steeljaw, which is like the big kitty cat, Eject and Rewind, which are kind of counterparts to Rumble and Frenzy. They're like robot, whatever, humanoids. And then also Ramhorn, which is the Rhino, which is who you see here on the front of the box. Kind of cool looking artwork there, all metallic and silver looking. You look inside the box there. Now, I did get the previous offering of Perceptor, and it's a great figure, but we're gonna make some comparisons. I can already tell this one right here is much brighter. Like the red is it just pops. So yeah. Anything else about the box here? Oh, we do have a small write-up here. Perceptor tells Blaster to radio for reinforcements during the Battle of Autobot City. We got it in all different languages there. We got Perceptor on the side. Same shot in the front. All right, let's open this guy up. Got Perceptor, Ramhorn, and Ratbat out of the box. And, excuse me, Big Al, no interviews. It's not time right now, okay? So, here, step aside, please, all right? Looks like you're kind of bothering Perceptor. All right, so we got Big Al out of the way, and we got everything displayed. Let's look at the accessories first. First, we got Perceptor's Blaster, which, just like the figure, is in that bright red. Very nice looking. Very true to the source material, so this very much looked like the Blaster that he had in the cartoon series and the movie. It matches up with his red body parts. Then you got these. These are the accessories or the attachments for the cassettes. This is like the jetpack for Ratbat, and this is like a missile launcher system for Ramhorn, but they do have those pegs, so they can peg into Blaster's hands like so. Demonstrate with the one, but yeah, it's like a big old missile launcher. That actually looks kind of cool. Lots of firepower there. Let's take a look at these cassettes first before we get into Perceptor. We'll start with Ratbat. Here's his alt mode, cassette mode. Get a good look there. Kind of weird on this side. You can almost tell what's going on here. You got the face, whatever, but yeah. Well, I'll show you during transformation. You pull this down and you kind of have these wheels, almost like these should be exposed for them to look like a cassette, but that's not the way it is. So to transform Ratbat here, you're just gonna unfold those wings like so, and then pull out like that. And of course you got some articulation here. Then you just take the head and it comes forward, and then you take the two legs or the feet here and you just pull them out like so. So basically he's gonna be flying, but you can just pose him standing on the ground like so. I think he'll stand. Come on. Oh, buddy. Well, we'll take this. And this plugs into the back here, I believe. There's Ratbat's jetpack. Where does this go? All right, so I figured it out. So when Ratbat's head kind of comes down like this, it clears room for you to grab this little tab here and kind of pull up, and then it sticks out the back. So that's where you're gonna put this hole. So you gotta adjust this so you can have the hole. So I believe, so it looks like that. And you're gonna take this and you're gonna plug it in there. Oh. There we go. Now Ratbat has his much needed jetpack. Pretty cool looking. Hopefully with these thrusters back here and the fins, it'll help him kind of stand on his own. But his head is more free, kind of moving now. Yep, precisely. All right, moving on to Ramhorn. So with this guy, we're just taking this, and I think it's the head, and it just kind of unfolds like so, right there in the middle. So you just grab that, twist it around like so. Then you're gonna bust out the legs, which are on each side here. Front, then the back, same way here, front, and then the back. When you're gonna go reverse and transform it back to the cassette, I believe you wanna go front first. Nope, my bad. Back first, then front. But coming out of the gate, it's front first, then back. Now you're gonna fold these two sides down, like so. Then you're gonna pull up Ramhorn's horn, or horns, just like that. Looking pretty cool. Got a little neck movement there. Then you're going to take this missile launcher and you are going to go up like that. So that little peg is going to go where that gap is right here. Okay? And then you're going to take these missile launchers and you're going to flip them around. And then you got his little tail and his booty. What a cute little booty. I think this guy looks pretty cool, honestly. These missile launchers on the side. Not bad, not bad. So there we have Ramhorn and Ratbat. Pretty cool. Let's take one more look at these two guys here. Not bad. I don't have Steel Jaw, but I would have to say that this is much better than Steel Jaw. And one more little peek at Ratbat here. Like the sculpts, I kind of like the inside of these wings here. Some mechanical, some kind of cool designs there. He's got kind of a cute little face, but whatever, he's evil. All right, let's go through the articulation with Perceptor here. I mean, if you want to, we can go through the articulation here. I mean, the legs move. That's kind of about it, you know. I showed you the head. And of course you got the wings here, kind of flutter. And you got kind of the elbow area. Guess it could probably fold all the way in. Who, me? So, pretty simple. You know, the head does move around a bit. And you can always move the feet. Maybe when he's taking off and up in the air, he's just like this. And then when he lands, puts his feet down. All right, let's put these guys away and let's check out Perceptor. Paint's pretty good. There's something kind of going on over here, but nothing major. I don't know. I guess it's not really anything there. Maybe just a slight little scuff. Oh, yeah. But that's not really a big deal to me. Yeah, this reminds me basically of the other one. It looks like the legs and the forearms here, like it's kind of like that, almost like a seawater color or like some kind of teal. It's very much more like green, gray, I don't know, where the other one was like more of a blue. The red is definitely brighter on this figure. Let's go through the articulation, but paint's pretty good. Just for that one little mishap, but it's just from here I can't see it. So no big deal. All right, so head, got it on the ball joint there. Does twist all the way around there. Tilts a little bit. Looks down about like that. Doesn't really look up. The arms go up like that, as usual. Twist around. 360. There is a bicep cut. Bend over there to the hips. And he does have a waist swivel. There's a thigh cut. It does that. The knee goes well over 90 degrees. And then of course we got the nice little tilt on his ankle. Does that, but that's more part of the transformation. So pretty nice figure in robot form. Before I do the transformation, I want to bring out the previous version here. Gotta get them in the same stance to compare here. Yeah, the new one is bigger, for sure. It is brighter. Is it better, though? I'd have to say yes. I mean, you look at the colors, very nice. Look at the back here. Now, one improvement that they had to make was this. Look at that big old gap. And here, they have it covered up, so that's huge, I would say. But I mean, damn, pretty darn close. And it does look like the same size accessories. I'm not sure how they made the one on the left bigger. I think it has something to do with the body. He's just a little more like, has what looks to be slightly more mass and just a tad taller, maybe? Yeah. He's thicker and just a tad taller, just by a little bit. But he does look to be wider, a little bit thicker. Yeah, it's almost like they're twin brothers, but one's just a little bit bigger. So definitely an improvement. They didn't really have to hide any screws or anything for that matter. Everything is pretty much the same except for this upper torso. And as you can see, the little dish, that comes down. This one is clear, so you can see through it. Back there, you can see what's underneath this clear plastic, and you got the Autobot symbol. This one, the Autobot symbol is just straight up on top of that thing, and there is no see-through glass. So yeah, all right guys, let's start the transformation process. We'll think about what we're rating this, and then we're gonna do some comparisons for fun. All right, to start the transformation, we're gonna do what we almost always do, and that is to fold in those hands. First to the left, then we go over to the other side, and you just fold it like so. Okay, then you're gonna bring it up like this, both arms, and then you're gonna flip it around so that this opening part is pointing up to the sky. Then you can detach right here, and you're gonna bring these down like so, which will free up room for the microscope thing, which you will bring down like so. All right, bringing this guy down to the side there, we're gonna flip this over, and then you're gonna see this is a little door. You flip that open, so now we can bring the head and flip that inward, and we're gonna close that little hatch right back up, just like so. All right, next up, we're gonna take this little part up here, bring it upwards, we'll fold up like so, and then you'll do the same with this. They're gonna meet up here, oops. And then this is going to go into this little slot. So yeah, this pops up like so. This comes back, you'll see that slot there. And you'll try to get them to meet. There we go. So, there we got the microscope. All right, next up, we're gonna take the arms and we're gonna fold them upward, and then we're gonna kind of press down. Same thing up on this side. Fold it up, kind of push it down. And then the forearms will lock in up here. Give it a good squeeze, I'd say. That's what I kind of like to do. And then this front plate here will fold down like so. So that's about what you're looking at right now. Now we're gonna get to work on the legs. Now we're gonna do the legs. You're gonna have them come out like this, and then twist them that way. And then you're just gonna bend it at the knee, do it again over here. So up, twist so the open part is showing, and then bend that knee. So it should look like this. And then all you gotta do now is take this foot piece and bend it down like that, and boom, you got your microscope. Pretty cool. Now there is kind of a way to make a tank out of this, I think. And I think it's, how do you do this? Does it go like this? Something like this. I think it's like this. If you so please, I don't know. It's kind of neat. Or I guess you could do it this way. Maybe not. I just thought it'd be cooler when the treads are kind of facing outward, but that's just not the way it's supposed to be. So, we'll go back this way. Come on. There we go. Again, there's our microscope. Looking pretty cool. Let's transform him back into robot form, and then we're going to do some robot comparisons along with a few others. All right, let's bring in some comparisons here. I'm going to bring in the previous Perceptor once again, just to kind of show you a little comparison here. Slight size difference, I would say. Other than that, it's pretty much the same figure, despite just slight variations in color. Get these guys to stand up right. But yeah, that's about it. So, is it worth it to pay to get another Perceptor along with Ramhorn and Ratbat? I would say yes, personally, because I didn't have Ramhorn and Ratbat, and I think they are essential to my collection because they did appear. I basically go up to the movie, and that's like I collect season 1, season 2 in the movie, maybe a few here and there, like if they come out with another Skylinks from season 3, maybe some quintessons. Geez, I really am. It's challenging to talk today. I did go see the Fantastic Four movie today, and it was pretty damn awesome. With Perceptor being a science guy, we're going to bring in the War for Cybertron Ratchet, along with Wheeljack. So this is basically the science team right here. I do like this Ratchet. It's like the Cybertronian version. He's got the wrench, he's got a blaster, he's got this thing up here. It kind of reminds me of the original because you got this windshield here, and the face, it's, obviously it's better than having a sticker or whatever on the other side of the windshield. That was horrible. Back in the 80s, I didn't ever get an Ironhide or a Ratchet because they look so ridiculous. I'd like to use another word that starts with R, but that's just, we don't live in a time where we can use that word. So, but yeah, if anything were worthy of that word, it would have been that original Ratchet action figure. So let's put those guys in the back there. We had Blaster in one of the photo ops, and we'll bring Blaster on back. He does have, I believe this is eject, or is it rewind? I can't remember. This is the first offering of Blaster, so I think you had to get the blue version. I can't remember his name. Ghetto Blaster? Ramhorn there. And just to bring in some comparisons, we'll kind of do Ratbat and Ramhorn. Bring in Ravage. And Rumble. So, just gonna have these guys line up like that. So pretty similar in size. Ravage, we need an update. This one's not bad, but it's just, I don't know, it's really not that recognizable. Like, you're not going to look at that and be like, that's Ravage. You're going to be like, what the hell is that? Looks like a piece of machinery. So, there we go. Just for fun, I brought in Shockwave, you Autobot bitches. I don't know if anyone's ever seen those YouTube videos where it's just Shockwave, like, calling, like, RC and Elita 1 bitches, and this is an old figure. This is one of my first. Oh, man, look at that. Click, click. The Ratchet. The Ratchet sound, not Ratchet, the Autobot, but my God. They need a bigger version of him, for sure. Damn, this guy's like dusty, too, I think. Holy crap. Ew, my figures never get dusty. Of course, Blaster, when he came out originally, he was humongous. He, like, towered over, I think, even Soundwave, and Soundwave was a bigger figure. They do have the range of figures and the right sizing, you know, like Optimus shouldn't be smaller than any of these guys. And originally, Perceptor and Optimus were very close to the same size. Blaster was humongous, and I think Shockwave was larger than Prime as well. So now we kind of got it down. You know, Megatron and Prime should be the largest, even when it's like guys like Shockwave, Soundwave, Blaster, Perceptor. You know, unless you're like Skyfire, and I call him Skyfire, or the Dinobots, you shouldn't be bigger than Prime. We're going to bring in some more comparisons real quick. We'll leave these other guys out here. Just for fun, we got a Marvel Legends. Now, more sciencey guys, more nerds. We got Beast. The gray-haired Avengers Beast reading his book. Lifting his glasses up. So we got Beast and Perceptor. And we're going to bring in Dr. Mindbender. The mad scientist. The madman, the crazy brain surgeon. Or he was a dentist, wasn't he? Yeah, he was a dentist. Goes around squirting anesthesia. And finally, one last nerd. We got Dr. Midnight. DC Universe Classics. So there you have it. This figure, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. It's a nice figure. It is an upgrade to what we got. And, you know, I'm going to sell the other one. This guy, I still like it, but I don't need to. Maybe I'll throw it to my son. I don't know. But it's got to go because I don't really need 2 Perceptors. And I do think this one's much brighter. I think it's just more true to the cartoon. And it looks great. So, and getting these 2 guys with it made it worth it. So if you find these, I saw like 6 of them at my local Target. So hopefully you guys are having good luck out there. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next one, guys. All right? Gingervitis saying have a good weekend. Have a nice Sunday. Go see that Fantastic Four movie if you dare. No, it's good. It's an excellent film. So go and see it. Pay $500 to see it. It's totally worth it. You'll love it. All right. Later on, guys. Peace. Why does everybody in here look so smart?